Hi. I'm too sober for this. I'm Brittany
Are we
Ledesma.
supposed to get
No,
drunk?
normally I get really high before this, but then
Oh.
I come off super,
Spacey?
I was going to say spectrum-y, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh,
What was
Amazon. Maybe that's
Maybe that's
your
your order.
We'll get into the ear stuff later. I'm Brittany Ledesma. This is a really mediocre video podcast I do. It is called Just Okay. And recently I decided, you know what can get people to watch it is if I eat food. So from now on, I've been bringing people on and eating food with them. And today I have another girl.
It's me, Sam.
So gross men that like to watch women eat food.
That's a thing?
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Whoa, you brought me on for sex?
No, this isn't a sex podcast. I normally have Philip on here. And we just eat food.
Why are people into people
So it's
eating
called
food?
mukbangs. Normally it's like an absurd amount of food, but I have issues with eating food, so I eat a normal amount of food. But it's like a whole thing. People watch other people eat on the internet because it's like ASMR and calming.
Wouldn't you want to eat yourself?
I don't know why they watch it, but people watch it.
Is it men?
And women.
And women. Interesting.
Yeah, I've watched videos of people eat. I've never been into it. I'm more into what they talk about. Like if it's like, there's this one woman, Trisha Paytas, who's crazy. But she got famous for doing mukbangs on her kitchen floor.
It sounds so dirty.
Not like that. No, she's just
Mukbangs on her kitchen
It's like
floor.
an Asian word.
It sounds
Not
like
porn.
an XXNX
It's not.
subs area.
Okay, well, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sam Lopez. I am a comedian and a girlfriend and a sister and daughter.
And mother.
And I am Brittany's mother, actually.
That's it.
I know it's shocking. We look so much alike, though.
I know. Came out of her butthole.
She did. I pooped her out. And talk about what a relief to poop out someone that size. She came out this
Must
height.
have been the best shit ever.
Best shit of my life. I did have a great shit yesterday. That was pretty close. But no, best shit of my life was shitting you out.
Oh, thank you. I like to think that too.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Well, today, the food, I made us breakfast. I made her avocado toast and me toast with egg. But
She didn't
yeah,
have enough avocado.
I didn't. And it's difficult to eat it, but you also are supposed to chew into the microphone.
I'm supposed to chew into the microphone.
Well, if you want, that's what Philip does. He goes all out, but I'm
Wait.
not.
So you and Philip are just eating online all the time?
On my YouTube, we have started to. I know. Yeah.
Yo, who are these people that are like, I need this? I want them to be commenting. That's what we really need. I need to understand better. Oh my God. This is really good.
Thank you. It's my normal breakfast. What we got here, you're going to see some bread with a nice light layer of avocado. On top of it, an egg with everything bagel seasoning.
Oh, that's what that is. Is this sourdough?
Yeah.
It's pretty good sourdough.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, for real?
Mm-hmm. I also added butter for you.
You don't normally put butter on?
Well, it's vegan butter still, but, you know, it's just like
Still
blends
good.
of oil.
Okay, like avocado oil and stuff.
It's nothing weird.
Okay, so we're eating. Is it the sound that they're into?
I think so.
Okay.
I just have done one episode of that. Normally, I just talk.
I don't know who has time to listen to other people eat.
My best friend in high school, Isabel, I'm outing her. She used to watch ASMR to go to bed. So she would listen to it. And so I think, I have no idea. I don't even know if anyone has watched it for the eating. Honestly, it could just be, I'm just trying to get new fans. I'm like, wherever I can get them. If you like it because you like my chews better than my voice, I get it.
You have a nice voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's lower. It's low for a woman. I like purposely lower my voice on stage. Have you noticed that? I talk differently on stage. I've never noticed it before, but then I did a show and my aunt was there and she's like, "Why do you talk so low?" And I was like, "Am I?" And I think I'm trying to make myself sound like a man a little bit more.
Men are funnier.
They are. So I was like, if I sound like a man, they'll think I'm funnier.
And if they close their eyes, they'll think you're a man and they'll be like, "Oh,
That's the whole point.
She could be funny."
She could be funny if she just like was more manly and worked harder. That's the whole point of comedy, actually.
I was put on a show, and the guy got the poster of it, and it was all men with microphones. He handled it very nicely after I talked to him about it, but and the two women didn't have microphones, and it was like a thought picture of me I posted on Instagram. I know. I'm like the picture I posted right before the thought pic was of me at a show, like holding a microphone.
So he went out of his way to get the sexy picture.
I mean, I felt like a little. I'm like, I get you want to bring people in, but I also have hot pictures of me on stage holding a microphone, know. But also I got really high last night with Dylan, and we spent like an hour trying to figure out what to message this guy.
Oh, this happened recently.
Yeah.
Yo, when you started this story, I totally anticipated it ending with, and he photoshopped dicks into the women's mouths instead of microphones. And I'm like, wow, that's so.
I was thinking about
that's
honestly.
so local shows.
I was thinking about enlarging my tits on the one I sent to him, and just being like, "Don't worry, my tits are still there, though."
That's interesting.
I mean, I get it, no worries, but a little weird.
That's why I don't have any sexy pictures on my Instagram. Except for that one with me and all the strippers. But they're being sexy.
Oh, yeah. You have a picture with strippers. Derek was out of town.
Yeah. It was dope.
Derek's her boyfriend.
Derek's my man friend. He's a man. We live together. We love each other.
He's not my father.
It's her queen. I don't really understand how it works.
You have a good dynamic.
But, yeah, no, you weren't there. It was so cool. So, we were at the ATX Jungle, but there were strippers there. And, a big group of strippers. I think Brian had invited them. Because he knew that the guy from ATX Jungle took pictures for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So, there's 7 to 12 strippers there at any given time during the night. And they were all taking pictures, and I was like, dude, it'd be so funny to send this picture of me with these strippers to Derek because he's the one who's in Vegas.
I know.
So I asked them, and they were really excited.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Strippers love other women.
Yeah, I know. I was a stripper. I love other women.
It's so much more exciting for them because there's so many lame dudes. But when you have a girl come up and be like, "Hey, my boyfriend's away. Can I take pictures of you with you?"
Yeah, that's the perfect situation.
Oh yeah, they were so stoked.
I forgot you were a stripper.
Why don't we take pictures together?
You've taken pictures with a stripper so many times. You're such a whore.
How many times? Oh, I guess you.
I don't know.
I was thinking it would be cool to do an Instagram thing where it's me with strippers, but I'm always dressed completely in my prudish way.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not. But we do fun things together. Maybe we we reenact famous paintings. The one where there's the farmer and his wife, but I'm dressed and she's naked or stripper naked. You know what I mean?
It'd be funny if you dressed like a pimp. Super baller, super tuxedo or something. You look fly as hell, and you're and look very badass.
That'd be cool. I need to get a suit.
I need to get a suit too. I feel like you could honestly fit in Jeffrey's suit.
I definitely could. 100%.
Absolutely. I already finished my toast. I have no control around food. I had 5 cupcakes for breakfast. They were protein.
Did you really? They sound amazing. This is the first thing I ate today.
They were protein cupcakes, but they were so good. They were so good. No regrets. I mean, a little. No, I don't. I ordered, back to the ear thing we never caught on.
Oh, yeah.
So I ordered this tool that I saw on TikTok. Also, I need to stop listening to TikTok.
Yeah. It's a mistake.
And essentially, it has a camera in it, and you could get to look in the camera while you're cleaning your ear. And I saw a video of it on TikTok, so I went to Amazon and ordered it.
So how does the camera work?
I think it's just a really small camera, and it shows on your phone.
Of course, Spencer. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it because I like that stuff. I love anything like that. Pimple popping, that's my shit.
That's fun.
It's so fun. It's so satisfying.
It is satisfying. How do you feel about ingrown hairs?
That's a tough one for me because, I
wasn't expecting that reaction.
I've had a long battle with one ingrown hair.
Oh, it's the same one all the time? Same spot?
Keeps coming back.
Bikini
area, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. My sister actually, hers turned into an erupted cyst. Like, so that's why I'm like, I know how bad they get. So every time I like pull it out. But the issue, I have no idea why hers kept growing back. But like, I have a fear now of having to get a cyst removed.
I have a similar fear. My brother had one on his butt.
Is it the one that followed me on Instagram?
No. It's one that's in the Navy. But he had one on his... This is also... How hairy is your butt that you have an ingrown hair?
That's true.
He was so mad at me for telling this on the internet. It grew so big, it had to be like... They had to like take him to the hospital to get it removed. And when they removed it, there was a hole in his butt.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. It just brings me so much joy and so much fear at the same time because it's so funny.
It's very funny.
But also it's like, oh, that could happen to anyone.
It's always shocking when you pull out ingrown hair and it's like way longer than you expected. And you're like, damn, shit, how'd you fit in there? I think that's the biggest issue with guys when they date me is that like I have no control over popping anything. I mean, like, we always say men are animals, but then here I am, like, acting like a monkey just cleaning you.
It's just crazy that men don't want to do it.
That's true. They're
like,
really gross.
They'll just walk around with, like, a perfectly poppable zit. Like, one that's like, oh, you dream of this kind of zit to pop. And, like, they do nothing about it.
I think my favorite, blackheads.
I know, you popped a blackhead on my ear.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that. That was so good.
It was very upsetting.
It was so satisfying. She had this big blackhead in her ear.
In my ear. Also, I had a really massive zit on my face at the time. So she came up to me and she's like, you have a blackhead in your ear. Can I pop it? Like, can you just destroy my face right now? But yeah, you did it really easily. Like, it was not even a problem.
It was so satisfying. I mean, I loved seeing it come out. My younger sibling, they had really bad acne when they were in middle school and high school. And so I used to like bribe them to do things. Well, like I'd be like, well, I'll drive you somewhere, but I gotta pop your pimples first.
You're a sick person. I gotta pop your pimples?
I was like, let me get like 3 blackheads and
oh my God.
I mean, they did have really bad acne and weren't washing their face, so.
Wait, why not?
Well,
we're going too deep here, aren't we?
Yeah, I think they were just gross for a little bit. You know, like, this was before they transitioned, so they were still a boy at the time. So in like middle school, high school boys are nasty. So
that's true.
It's like, also, I feel like they don't teach kids enough about skincare.
I don't think they teach anyone enough about skincare. Like, am I supposed to be popping them?
No, I mean, no, but you're supposed to do them. They teach you the safer way to pop them. That's
towel.
No, I don't do towel. I mean, I have used the needle method of poking the hole. I hate how like much detail I could go into about this.
There's a Tyra Banks episode, you know, when she had a talk show where she and her mom, she had her mom on, And in the episode, they covered everything from how to pop a zit safely, and also how to ward off sexually advancing men. And Mom was like, "Now, man, he'll put his hand right here, and you got to be careful." And it was a whole like 10-minute segment explaining.
Well, what do you do?
I don't remember, but
Do you break out in a song? That's my no square.
that's probably what you should do. What do you do when a man touches you on the thigh?
Just open my legs.
Nice.
Yeah,
Save time.
I'm just like, you know what? Once you want this, you got it. That's not true.
My whole way of warding off sex is to be like, "Ooh, okay."
I think people don't ask, like, hit on me in person that much if they, like, think they have a chance. They always talk big online, and then they don't do shit in person, and I'm like, okay.
That's also your age group, I think.
Yeah. Like, this one guy who I'm, like, friends with went up to my ex at Moon Tower, and he was like, is it cool if I hook up with Brittany? And then he was like, wait, did I make this weird? And it's like, obviously you made that weird. Also, the only person you should be asking permission from is me.
Yeah, that's funny. It'd be like if you guys were already about to hook up.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second, I gotta call your ex. That might be okay.
I feel like
weird.
you shouldn't call my ex. Call my father and ask if you can dick me down.
That is what you should be doing.
Be polite, damn it. I'm
Have
his
you
property.
introduced men to your father that you're dating? Ever?
Yeah. I was in I don't know how long we were together. We were together for like a little over a year. So he met my family.
It's weird, right?
I don't like, because I introduced him as a friend first.
Okay.
And then it went to dating. And he came on family vacations with us. And then we broke up. My family doesn't like him now after I like spilt the tea. But
they liked him.
Yeah,
originally.
they were like always asking about him. I was like, please never bring this up again. He is gone. Do not say his name. He is dead.
My family used to bring up my exes. It's weird. I cannot. It's. I feel very comfortable introducing people I'm with to like my mom or my brothers or anything like that. But when I introduce them to my dad, there is this feeling of like, God damn, he knows I'm fucking this guy.
I think my dad knows I'm a whore, so he just assumes I fuck any guy I introduce him to.
What?
Well, my dad knew I was like a stripper when I did it and stuff. Like I have too open of a relationship with my father.
You got to close that up a little bit.
My dad's never been like more of a parent figure and more of like a friend growing up, so it's like more of that dynamic. But like, you know, I feel like, yeah, I called him. I became a whore my first year of college. I've calmed down a lot. Became a whore. I was empowered sexually.
You're taking back the word, obviously.
Yeah, when I was in college after my first breakup, and I mean, I got around. Like, I had sex with this guy who, this was really ignorant of what I thought, but I was like convinced he was gay, but he had sex with me, and after I was still convinced he was gay. I'd never been tested for STDs, and I was like, what if I have AIDS? Which is super ignorant. I can acknowledge.
You could get AIDS from someone who wasn't gay.
I know that too, but I was like, I'm like, this guy's definitely had a dick in his ass before.
Yo, that's so funny.
So I
don't know why.
So I called my dad. I was like, I need to go get tested for STDs.
You should actually be getting tested for STDs every year if you're sexually active.
Yeah, I know. I get
not
tested
just when
often
you have
now.
sex with a guy who may or may not be gay.
And
apparently was definitely straight.
From then on, I got tested once every 3 months at the Austin Health Clinic or whatever. It's $20. Every city has one, I'm pretty sure, and it covers everything for my slutty bitches out there. If you like getting dick down, you better like getting tested.
Dudes, you should get tested too.
And yeah, dudes.
It doesn't manifest physically in men as often.
That's
so you
true.
could be spreading it to your lady lovers or man lovers, whoever. Or
you could be giving
lovers.
and receiving AIDS.
It would not be cool. Yeah.
Sorry. I pointed to you. I was like, oh, wait, that's...
Just you and I know.
Yeah. They don't get it. They don't
get it.
They don't matter. It's just you and I.
It's just us.
Just us.
This has been already so interesting.
Really? Thank you.
I didn't anticipate talking about AIDS.
I feel like more people should talk about AIDS and educate people. Like, everyone got mad at DaBaby for saying something ignorant, but I'm like, I mean,
What did DaBaby say?
he said something false about AIDS. I'm not even sure what he exactly said. This happened like a month ago, I think, and everyone was like, oh, we're canceling him because it was a little homophobic. And I'm like, well, culturally speaking, men, especially from what I've learned, I mean, obviously I'm not a black man. It's harder when you grow up in a more urban area as a black man to come out as gay or something, or to be exposed to that, because
It actually has a lot to do with the church.
Really?
Because the church is much more involved. Like, it's still like white people have given up on the church. But black people have something to live for at church because, like, the music's good.
That's true.
There's food afterwards. Your mom's there. You know, there's lots of good reasons to go. So I think that's what it is normally is why it's harder to come out, is because I also don't know, but that's what I would put it on. Is the it's normally the church anyway.
I was trying to remember what I learned in college last year, but I don't remember how to say it politely without being canceled somehow. I'm sure. Well, I'm not relevant enough to be canceled yet.
This is already so. What were you trying to say?
Oh, well, like that it's harder because they have to be tougher necessarily.
Ah,
yeah, like, you know, and so there's like that level of it.
There is like this masculinity standard,
especially like being a black rapper. Like you're in like, I mean, love Lil Nas, but like I think someone outed him. He wasn't wanting to come out either. And
I don't know.
And he's not really a rapper. I mean, he does his thing and he kills it, but you know.
Well, it's also a new day, a new generation. More and more people are transitioning now or feeling comfortable as like being androgynous or just playing with the boundaries of gender and sex. So I would say, you know, it's probably not the same as it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
But essentially, he probably wasn't educated about any of this, and everyone got all mad because he said something homophobic.
I wish I knew what he said.
I know. I'll Google it right now, actually. Okay. He said something
allegedly homophobic.
Yeah, I'm like, everyone in the media freaks out over everything. DaBaby.
Well, also, homophobic things are extra sensitive because the media... People say the media is run by Jews, but it's really run by gay guys.
Yeah, the gays, they run the media.
But rightfully so. They know what they're doing.
So
they make great content.
They do. They tell me how to dress, and I look better because of them. Not right now, but yeah. The gays get me. So he got taken off of ACL. It doesn't say what he said about it at all.
Damn, that sucks. Wish they just had the quote.
Yeah, I'm like, why can't I just read what he said when I
never find the tea on these things because they're always like, but these are the repercussions. It's like, yeah, but what happened? I want the dirt. I want the real story. Like these pillows, they have little like ball things.
Well, he apologized a lot for it, and they're like, well, is he actually sorry? They say the false statements DaBaby shared about HIV/AIDS and his homophobic words are part of a lengthy... Oh, yeah, they're talking about the disrespect towards the LGBTQ from the hip-hop community. I don't want to read it. I just want to know what he said. But you said something bad, but, you know, instead of canceling someone, we should educate them. I feel like more people should have just sent him, like... those videos on YouTube. It's like 7 minutes, learn everything you need to know about AIDS.
Oh, that'd be good. Like one of those infographic ones.
Yeah. You know, like a study sesh. Quick study I'm trying to think of the
Alyssa Milano is a big AIDS activist person.
She's an activist for everything. She's a very guilty white woman.
She is. But this happened like a long, long time ago when she was on like Who's the Boss. She had a friend with AIDS. And she kissed him on TV to prove that you can't get AIDS from kissing someone. Because that's back then. People didn't know that you couldn't get AIDS just from kissing. Isn't that crazy? They didn't know.
People are so stupid. I mean, like, yeah, like the way the media portrays stuff. That's badass for the time.
It was probably like when I was a baby. I was a baby.
She was DaBaby.
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 I was named after Alyssa Milano.
Really?
Kind of. Well, because her character is named Samantha or Sam from Who's the Boss.
Oh, look at this badass. Speaking of women rights, what have you done for feminism? Because I messaged the booker about the flyer.
What have I done for feminism lately? Not a lot. Oh, I bought a new bra. Does that count? No. Okay. What have I done for in my life or just in the recent times?
Recent times. It was kind of a joke. Like anything. You could say I said no to sex. I don't know. Anything.
Is that feminism?
No, but it counts because you're a woman.
I feel like anything I do is feminist because I am a woman.
Somehow we got on the topic of bald men and porn. Now you're caught up.
Funny. Whenever I see bald people, I think of porn because it's like all the dudes in porn are bald.
Are they? Oh.
A lot of them are.
Yeah, I can't get off to porn.
Insane number of men in porn are bald. Not that I'm watching a lot of porn, but when I do, normally they're bald. It's weird.
They're
all like neo-Nazis or whatever kind of Nazi they are.
There was this guy who was hitting on me at a show, and I found his Instagram, and it's literally of him in all hats. So I looked through it, and it's because he was like balding.
Yeah.
I feel like you should just own it.
Yeah, you definitely should. If you're balding, just shave your head.
Because that's like...
But the time commitment is a lot.
That's true.
I know because Derek is balding, and it's a lot of work to shave his head. Because one, he won't do it. He wants me to do it. And I'm like,
you should trick him into waxing it. All we have to do is put the wax on, and then there's
so
only one way out of it.
I can't deal
There's
with
only one way out.
There's only one way out of wax. Wax on, wax off, bitch.
He's stuck.
When we got here, Derek was still bald. We'd shaved
I remember that.
That was a good time. I like it when he's bald.
He looks like Baby Yoda.
Yeah, he does. It's cute. It's really very adorable. And I like the smoothness of his head. But it's a lot of work for me to have to shave someone else's head. I shave my legs, you know.
That's a lot
And
already.
I don't even do that often. I did it today because I knew I was going to wear shorts.
I'm doing it later today because it's getting prickly.
You have nice light hair, so
Thank you.
Showing up.
You've gotten really tan.
Thank you.
Swimming. She swims.
I swim.
She's a 6-foot blonde.
Yeah, when I swim for an hour a day, every day of the week, I turn into a 6-foot tall blonde. That's my spirit.
It's the reverse H2O. So instead of becoming a mermaid,
I become Barbie.
I knew it. I had no idea what we were talking about before Bangladesh.
I don't know. We went on so many rabbit trails. We were like AIDS, homophobia, feminism, which apparently I have none of.
That's fine. I hate women too.
I don't hate them.
I hate women as much as I hate men equally. Like, I don't get why everyone's like,
people.
support all women. I'm like, well, some of them suck too.
Yeah.
Like,
they're not good, special.
Yeah. There's good and bad people.
Also, I just
no matter what the genital situation is.
I don't care enough. It's like if you were asking me what I've done for myself as a woman lately, I could give you a bunch of things. But what I've done for other women, nothing.
Oh, I've done nothing for other women. I mean, I accidentally joined the Women's March when I was in Houston. That's about it.
Oh, you did? That's cool.
Yeah. Did you not see my Instagram stories?
No, I don't get on every day.
That's rude.
I know. Derek gets upset too.
Derek actually even messaged me on it. Said I contributed to women or something.
Oh, that's good.
I just thought we were closer.
I am sorry that I have a healthy relationship with social media.
I don't
and take days off.
But I went to go get coffee, and I guess everyone was going on the Women's March the other day.
And then you just became a part of it.
Yeah. For a little bit. I mean, I still got my coffee. I left.
Well, that's the priority.
Yeah. And then I joined it again, but then it started raining. And so then I found shelter under a hotel thing. Then I took...
An awning?
Yeah. an hotel thing. I took an Uber to go get pho. The pho place was not open.
Oh my God.
And so then
this is a tragedy. What
It
story
was-
is this?
And then I had to flag down a guy who was street cleaning in the rain so I could get a trash bag because I wasn't equipped for the weather and I was soaking wet. So I cut a slit. Well, I ripped a slit in the front of the trash bag. And so I walked around Houston in a trash bag.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was me leaving the Women's March.
Oh, cool.
I walked around the city in a trash bag all day. It honestly was a wonderful time. I'm just upset I never found pho. I went to like 3 places and none were open, and it was like I walked to all of these places because Ubers were like $30 at that point when it was pouring rain.
Oh yeah, it's always more expensive.
I know. I get it.
So you walked for women's reproductive rights.
I mean, totally. You know I love abortions, but I feel like I can sit at home and sit for the same thing. Like marching's excessive. That's more cardio. Like what does it do?
That's true. Also, I mean, we still don't have legal abortions in Texas.
That's true.
Nothing
That's
has
why I'm going to
changed.
Denver next month.
Really? To get an abortion?
No, but
Nice.
I've always wanted to. I would love. I mean, I don't want to say I would love to. I think it's an experience in life I don't want to miss out on.
An abortion? Killing a baby? Killing a fetus? I'm sorry. I misspoke.
A group of cells. If you're going to force me to keep a group of cells, you should probably keep your prostate cancer.
I just think we're going about this all wrong. We're overpopulated in general.
That's what I'm
What
saying.
we really need to do is sterilize
COVID
everyone.
was a blessing.
COVID was a blessing.
So many people died.
Yeah, my grandfather. I'm sad. Actually, I don't know. It actually is really sad.
It is really sad. I'm sorry.
I miss him. But I did get to spend a lot more time with him because of COVID, because I was back in Maryland. Sorry, I made this weird.
No, it's fine.
We were joking, and then I was like, let's be serious.
I thankfully, no one I knew passed away. I knew a lot of like mutual friends, but
You know anyone who passed away last year at all? Period? Not even just because of COVID, just in general.
oh wait,
People die all the time.
Oh yeah, my friend who was a comic, Clay, died this year. So
That's
that was the
sad.
first person I really knew as an adult that like died. It was pretty sad, but I think I have like comfort, and it's so much more comforting when you know like they know you love them, and like you know, always call your loved ones. You know, that's the moral of this podcast. I think.
Dude, I need to call my family. But yeah, you guys should call your parents too.
Yeah.
Do you are you afraid of death?
I would like it to come later in life than sooner, but you know, what happens happens.
How much later? What are you looking for?
Well, I would like to make an impact on this world. I just want to
What kind of impact? This
a
is
massive shit.
Ooh, like a shit to end all shits.
A steaming massive shit everyone can remember me by. No, I would like to, I don't know. Yeah, a little selfish, you want to be remembered, but it's also like I want to do something good. I'd like to advocate for like, you know, big shocker sexual assault victims.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know anything about me, every other word that comes out of my mouth is rape.
She likes the word. I'm not going to say she likes the action.
But, you know,
Maybe not a fan of the act, but the word.
You know, it's like around you so much, you're like, oh, I might as well like it. This got so dark so fast. But yeah, so that's something I would like one day, is to help out with that. What about you?
Am I afraid of death, or what do I want to do before I die?
Both. Also, I hope death isn't painful. I'm like, if I'm gonna die, can it just be like an easy way? Like, let me die in my sleep,
I'd like it
please.
to be quick. Yeah, I don't, used to feel like I wanted to make an impact, but I've kind of come to this sort of realization that life is like a cell phone. This isn't a cell phone, but pretend it is. Cell phone. You have all your shit on this cell phone, right?
Yeah.
But when you get a new cell phone, sometimes you can't upload all the shit from your previous cell phone to the next cell phone.
And you leave it behind.
And you leave it behind. And that's just, sometimes it's like that. That's how reality is. Like, we lose history, we lose memories.
That's true.
All you have is what's happening right now on your cell phone.
I want to have a positive influence on the people around me. That's it.
Yeah, it's good. You can do that now.
That's
Also,
all.
I don't want to be really, really old and die, because really, really old people are waiting for death. And I don't want to be waiting. Oh, and they're ugly. Okay.
I want to die while I'm pretty.
Okay, well, how pretty do you need to be?
I feel like in my 50s I'll look like J-Lo, so probably like double J-Lo. So maybe 75. But I feel like people are going to get hotter as time goes on, as they get older. Because look at this new batch of old people. The Kardashians, J-Lo.
I'm not even that old.
Well, they're the new batch of old
I'm
people.
talking more like people in their 80s and up.
Yeah, I don't want to be 80
It's
unless
not
they're
exciting. Also, they can't do things.
hot. They have sex a lot at nursing homes.
They do.
That's
as
all
long
they
as
can
they're
do.
physically capable of it.
That's true.
Like, I know lots of old people who are just like, they can't do stuff. They can't pick up the phone.
They can't have sex, so they're just the Louis C.K. of the nursing home.
Yo, that's great. And then you ask them if you can jerk off in front of other women, but they have Alzheimer's and they forget that they said yes.
Or like you just jerked off in front of someone with Alzheimer's without their consent, but they won't remember.
Yeah. He was targeting the wrong age group.
I know. He honestly shouldn't have gone for hot young people. Go for hot old people. There has to be some hot old
Were the
people.
women hot that he was jerking off in front of?
I don't know. I mean, they were women.
Sarah
and
Silverman
women
was one of them. So,
yeah, but she was into it.
yeah, but she's hot.
That's true.
So, that's a hot person. She wasn't into it. She said she thought it was funny. That's so... she was into it? Maybe she was into it and that she didn't want to say.
She said, like, I thought I listened to her, and she's like, it's just something like, maybe she... Yeah, I mean...
She probably
she was
into
cool
it.
with it.
Or you're like, you think it's funny, and then you're kind of into it. I mean, people act like sex is so, like, black and white, and, like, this is that, and this is how I feel. But, yo, emotions be weird. Like, you know, like, what you want. Like, we watch a lot of porn. It's weird. It's not... It doesn't uplift people.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like personally, my ex, if I didn't want to have sex, he would just jerk off in front of me, and I was like down for it. And I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, because then you don't have to do anything.
I know. I really liked it.
God, I wish I could get Derek to do that.
Trick him
Actually,
into
I
it.
don't want that. That's weird.
It was weird, but it's the best way to be lazy. Also, having someone tie you up while you're on the bottom, another way to not have to do anything.
Yo. This is just
I'm
a
kinky.
list of how to have sex the laziest ways.
Like, I participate when I'm in the mood, but like sometimes I'm like, I'm horny, but I don't want to physically move my body because
Women
I'm
don't
lazy.
have to be good at sex.
That's true.
Men, I remember in college, dudes be like, "Oh, she's a dead fish in the bedroom," and then it's like,
It's still a moist hole.
you still wanted to go into the bedroom with her, like,
And I guarantee you came.
yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, we don't have to be good at it. You're the one who wants to do this with me. I'm letting you.
That's true. If men were prettier, they would want to have sex with them, but they don't. Women are prettier than men.
It's weird because it's like, of course, women want to have sex, but I think women more get off on the idea of sex than the actuality.
I like the build up the most, I think. It's
Yeah.
like when it can't happen, it's like
Oh,
hotter. That's the best.
When it can happen? Oh, dude.
And then oh god, I used to whenever I was
She's going to say something gross.
at my ex's, we'd be I am not a horn dog anymore, as bad as I used to be, but we used to sit next to each other when all of our friends were in the room, and I would it's
Did you jerk him off in front of people?
well, I would just get
On
him
a
hard.
DL?
I was kind of a dick about
Okay,
it.
so but no one knew what was happening?
Yeah.
Nice.
it's like such, I don't know. It's like, okay, I know this. No one else does.
My best friend in high school, she gave a guy a blowjob during like a group viewing of what's that movie where they kill Jesus?
The crucifix.
No,
the
Mel
Passion
Gibson,
of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ. We were in a church group.
Stop.
And we all were going to see the Passion of the Christ together. And she gave one of the guys in our group a beach. A good old-fashioned beach.
A beach.
Yeah. I always thought that was like, how did you... But, you know, you're so wrapped up on, like, you know, the whipping and the blood and the crown of thorns.
It's hot.
How could you notice that someone...
How could you not get turned on?
It's basically porn.
It's like a hot guy is being whipped.
He's all right.
Yeah, they should have gotten a hotter Jesus.
They should have gotten a hotter Jesus, like a Chris Hemsworth.
Liam? No, Chris.
Liam's real cute. Liam's a little cuter than Chris.
I think so, but I think Chris has a better body.
Oh, for sure. Chris is hotter than Liam. It's interesting that hot and cute are not the same.
I know. I think I'm more into cute guys than hot guys.
Yeah, because you kind of like dweeby dudes.
I like dweeby dudes.
Dweeby is the word I would use.
Yeah, they're all malnourished.
Yeah, it's like, what were your parents doing to you?
They
Guys that have
wait,
dated
no, they all have. Somehow they're all 6 foot tall, but they all also have preemie vibes. Like they were all premature babies. Yeah, they didn't get a suck on the tit long enough.
Oh, dude, they were just on formula. That's the problem. Their moms didn't even breastfeed.
That's why they won't stop sucking on mine.
Oh gosh.
They actually.
Yo, is this how this podcast normally goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked about anal with Phil last time.
Oh, cool. What was Philip's idea on anal?
He thinks it's gross to put his dick in someone else, but they can shove whatever they want in his.
In his dick?
In his ass.
In his ass.
Well, obviously. I totally get it. I would never want to put anything in someone else's ass. You just have to put in mine. Really? That's not true. I hate anal.
I don't like it.
It's like okay, so maybe y'all watched it, but I think anal is like a shit coming out, so it feels good only one direction, and then they shove it back in, and I'm just like,
oh, that's
this
wrong.
Feels awful.
Yeah, that's how I imagine it being.
It's not fun.
But for men, they have like a thing in there that gets them off.
Yeah.
Like we don't have that.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have a prostate, so I'm not super into it, but I can find you a really hot guy if you want.
I tried to do it once. I didn't get anywhere.
I've also heard of
like this looks. It's just immediately. I was like, no. Stop.
I don't get Christian girls. Why do you think this is the better solution at all?
Oh, you mean like, because I wouldn't say it's Christians. It's more of a Catholic thing to be like, we can do everything but. Yeah, because they don't believe in birth control.
That's true.
They're crazy.
Catholics are wild. They like, yeah, I mean, nothing against them. You know, love you. I love my fans of any religion.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you, especially my Jewish kings.
She loves Jewish kings.
Yeah, I have dude, I'm like, I don't know what it is. I attract Jewish men and I love Jewish men.
She does.
I don't know if that's wrong to say that because I know Trisha Paytas got canceled for saying that she loves Jews. I mean, I love all people.
Wait, she got canceled for it?
Oh, she's gotten canceled a million times. Trisha Paytas is an enigma. I'll show you her later today. She's the girl who ate food on the kitchen floor. She's truly a wild thing.
Ooh, the mukbang.
Mukbang.
Oh, it's close. Mukbang.
Bangladesh.
Bang.
Bang. That's just a fun thing to say. That's the only way I can say bang.
Yeah. So don't put penises in butts.
I mean, it's
unless
just
you're
gross.
a man.
I've heard of horror stories.
What, like anal prolapse or something?
Well, like,
yeah, that stuff is crazy.
Told me. Well, remember, were you at Opa? Okay, so
she told me something you guys don't know.
Well, this guy, when he came back in town after being out of town for a while, the first thing he says is like, I had anal for the first time, but he said it in a depressing way. It was like
He was so upset,
and it was like, bro, did something get shoved up your ass? Like, it
like,
sounds like you had something in your ass. I tried
anal for the first time. I was like, that's not the reaction men normally.
Yeah, apparently this girl had shit.
Yeah, dude, I just can't
dick.
even. But this is the thing. It's like, how do you know you're not going to have shit in there? Like, you have to clean.
That's like a day or two
like
prep. It's not like a casual thing.
Yeah, who's doing this? Also, who wants to prep for several days for sex?
Oh, never.
There goes all the spontaneity.
Yeah, like that's the only reason I've only ever had anals. Like I wasn't planning on it. It's like, we're going to have anal tonight. Like, no, it's like I'm drunk enough. I'm down. I found out from one of my college, like the guys I was seeing in college when I was like, after I got blackout, he was like, yeah, you were super into it. I was like, well, I'm glad drunk Brittany has fun with that.
Gross.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never blacked out before.
I used to black out all the time, which is why you see me like being super overly conscious of my drinking. Mm-hmm. It's because when I was in college, probably even like before college to like earlier this year, almost every time I would drink, I would get blacked out, and it became such a normal thing for me.
Is it because you're drinking too much, or are you just highly sensitive?
Drinking too much because I never know when to stop, but then also I am on medication, and that also affects it. So it's like the combination of like me not having limits with drinking and my medicine, and already just like I just won't stop.
I have the same problem, but I never blacked out. Yeah. Things will be out of order. Like the next day, I'll be like, "Oh, this happened, this happened, this happened." And they happen in a different order, but I'm always there. I could never tell people we're blacked out either. That's the other crazy thing is you can't sometimes tell.
Yeah, I was like a higher functioning blackout for the most part, but then I started getting sloppy more recently. Whenever I would get blackout, like it was more noticeable, and was like, "Oh yeah, like I shouldn't be getting blackout too." Like, it's not cute. It's not cute for your friends to have to take care of you. It's not cute to be slurring your words. It's not like, oh, night out, too much tequila. Like, no, like you want to remember things. You want to remember. Why would you go out to hang out with people so that you can't remember it?
That's true.
Also, whenever I would have to hear the embarrassing stories the next day, I would just tell them, don't tell me.
Oh my God.
It got into like I would just tell my friends, never tell me about the night before. Like, I don't want to know.
Dude, so when did you start like worrying about it? Like, obviously it was just a function of your life for a while.
I think January I blacked out really bad with some comics who were in town, and I got super embarrassed because I was like, oh, I fucked things up. I was like, I am like, nothing bad happened. I got home safe. And then it happened again. And I remember taking a bird scooter on 35 on the way home. And I was like, yeah, I can't keep doing this. Because it's like also a sense of like, you know, like.
You have a joke about that.
Yeah, I do. Because, I like took the frontage road home.
Oh, that's not safe.
Yeah, no. It only happened once.
Frontage? Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't know. If you're not from Austin, you don't know about the frontage.
Frontage road, yeah.
But it's basically the highway.
Yeah. So I essentially took the highway all the way back to my apartment at like 4 a.m, 3 a.m. Super embarrassing.
Glad you got under control.
Thank you. I am too.
This is a learning podcast.
Yeah.
It's not just about food.
It's about self-growth.
You know. Yeah,
with food.
Yeah, with food. It's about seeing where we were and who we're going to be.
Yeah.
Before we die.
From taking bird scooters down the frontage road. I'm like, I should have died so many times in my life. I'm just like, damn.
I feel that way too. I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, I will be genuinely surprised when it happens. There's been so many times I'm like, this is it. I'm dead.
It's going to be for the dumbest reason too, I guarantee you.
Oh, for sure.
I'm like, it's not going to be like anything. Like, I'll trip and maybe like fall.
Oh, dude, that would suck. But maybe it wouldn't be that bad. It seems like normally when people trip and fall and die, it's pretty instant because you like hit your head on a counter.
That's true.
Or a rock or something really bad.
I hope it's not homicide. But if it is,
I hope it's for love.
I don't hope it's for love. I hope it's done. If you do anything with my body, do it after.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like not sexually. I mean that too, but I meant like cut me or anything. Like don't do that. Don't more. You know, I'm like
yeah.
I watch too much Law and Order. I'm like if you're gonna fuck up my body, I hate paper cuts. I'm like I probably couldn't handle a full knife.
Yeah,
you know,
I couldn't do that.
I'm like good.
I couldn't be a cartel victim.
No, I don't think I'm made for that. You know,
intense.
Yeah, they're scary. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Drugs are serious, man. People care.
I don't get why we won't legalize drugs. It would take away the purpose of a lot of these organizations.
Well, we're working with them, and they make us money. So
that's true.
This is America, the land of free money.
And the opioid epidemic.
Yes.
And the brave.
And the brave.
Because I'm brave for living here.
It's not so bad.
I like it.
It's funny. I've lived outside of America, and every time something would happen, like a shooting, everyone, when I was abroad, people would be like, "Did you hear what happened?" Like, no, but I'm gonna imagine someone died from gun violence if you're reacting this way.
Dude, yeah, it's so normal here. It's like, it's sad that we've gotten so used to it. But like what's a huge tragedy in another land in like another country like New Zealand, like that would be fucking batshit wild if that happened there.
Yeah, they're not allowed to have guns in Australia. I don't know about New Zealand
or Australia. I don't know which one.
In Australia they had a shooting, and that's when they're like no guns. And now you can only get like stuff to kill animals, you know, like hunting guns. You can get those guns.
I feel like that is literally what should.
I mean, that's kind of easier. Why are we having automatic weapons?
Yeah,
that was a little excessive.
It's so
even
excessive.
It's not. It's like even like just like a revolver would be fine. It's the people have access to like military grade like.
Yeah, it's scary.
Rounds of ammunition.
And what do you need that for? It's all like it's always crazy people who buy that stuff too. Like there's no logical reason. It's all the doomsday preppers that are gonna snap one day and have a psychotic break that buy the crazy amounts of stuff.
Also, like, what if that person dies, even if they are smart and safe, and someone else has access to all these guns now, whoever that person is. Who didn't apply or do all the things you were supposed to do.
Now they have a gun.
Guns are everywhere.
Guns are scary.
Guns are sexy, though.
They're cool to hold. They look really cool sometimes, especially when you... I did the gun show Philip runs. No one was...
Yeah, that's supposed to be fun.
Well, no one was there. I mean, I had a great time. The whole set, I was just asking them to hand me a gun.
Did they?
No, I was like, it doesn't have to be loaded. I just want to hold it and be like, do my set like this.
Why wouldn't they let you do that? It's Texas.
I don't know.
You can have a gun without anything.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a thing.
I don't know. It's kind of exciting. I've never even held a gun, so.
Really?
No, I'm kind of horrified. But
I always get
at the same time I want
with
to.
holding. So, I grew up in Texas. Shocker. I am from here. I grew up I've never gone hunting. I've never shot an animal or anything, but we used to take my dad's guns and go shoot targets and stuff whenever I have to travel with him for work on an oil or gas well. So I think it's so fun to shoot cans.
Oh yeah.
It's so fun. But it's also you feel a rush of power that you don't want to feel.
Oh, it's too much.
Yeah, it feels uncomfortable to have it in my hands. With all this power comes great responsibility.
All power comes great responsibility.
Guns. That's what they should have. That should be the gun slogan.
Gun slogan. Yes.
Because they had a poster and it said confidence, it's what you carry. And I'm like, no, that doesn't sound right.
Wait, that's the poster at the gun shop?
Yeah.
Confidence, it's what you carry. What the fuck does that mean?
I think
you can only be confident with a gun?
Yeah, I was like, is this going to take away all my insecurities right now? Because if so, I'll buy a fucking gun. You know, you don't need therapy. Just go buy a gun.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Get off your meds. Buy a gun.
And that is a message from the NRA.
Yes, that's a message from the
NRA. I'm just like, the only confidence you get is that you're always right in a situation after that because you have a gun. Like, you're never wrong if you own a gun.
That's true.
Because you have a gun. It's like,
I'd like to shoot one, but at the same time, it's like it's how I feel about bungee jumping. Like, that sounds awesome. I totally want to do it.
But also super scary.
But that's also very, very scary. So
I feel like, I mean, I don't want to say shooting a gun in a controlled environment is probably safer than
bungee jumping.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I don't think you're going to shoot anyone or shoot yourself.
You don't know. We can't be sure.
Because generally controlled environments aren't where that happens. It happens at like schools or like public places. You know, we just won't shoot a gun there.
There were a lot of stories growing up about like kids getting into their parents' guns and like killing their friends or by accident.
Yeah, this kid I knew, he got into his parents' gun while they were gone and he shot himself. So it's really sad. And like, I don't get why parents with kids, it shouldn't be somewhere that easily accessible at all.
What if you need it, Brittany?
You know, it should be like some, like, you know, get a fucking thumbprint thing. I don't know. Let's get high tech. Have a hidden fucking closet you don't show your children. This is where we keep the guns.
Like some Men in Black stuff.
Well, I grew up in a house that my godparents made, and there were like secret little passageways and stuff. So like, they're really, you could if you wanted to.
They had passages in their house.
It was so cool.
Can I go there? Is it nearby?
It's like an hour away, but they don't live there anymore. Damn it. I know, but it was so fun.
How many secret
behind
passages?
So downstairs there was a secret door behind in like closet, and then there was also a secret door in two of the closets upstairs, and it would lead to this room that was behind. It was literally, you open the spice rack.
What?
And it was like my godfather's office, but I like to pretend it was a super cool secret area.
Sounds like a super cool secret area.
I know. What a lame. Why would you have that and use it for a fucking office?
Yeah. Well, maybe he's like he's
no,
CIA.
He was an architect.
Okay. Did he build the house?
Yeah, he built houses.
Oh, that's cool.
Like all around this area. But yeah. It's cool, but I'm like, yeah, should have had a cooler purpose for the cool room.
Yeah. I definitely want a house with secret compartments one day.
Same. Yeah. And then another house I lived in growing up, there was a basement, but the basement was super sneaky to get into.
What's that mean? Super sneaky.
It was like, we put caution tape around it, but if it didn't have caution tape around it, you would lift it up and then go down this flight of like stairs.
It's like attic stairs, but going down.
Yeah.
Wow.
My parents would set me on a trampoline downstairs by myself because I had too much energy.
And then like leave the stairs up so you couldn't get upstairs. Yo, what happened to you? That's not normal. That is
No, not the stair up. They would just close the top of it and just like leave on Barney or something, and I was just having the single kid trampoline and I would just jump there.
What if something happened to you? It's a trampoline. Trampolines are dangerous, like guns.
It's like the little kid trampoline, the 1 foot high. Yeah, I wasn't going wild. Those things are hard to make bounce.
Oh, dude.
But yeah.
That's funny.
I had really bad ADHD.
They lock you in your bedroom when you go into bed?
No. Though my parents did hate it. I would always like bug them at night. I grew up in a place where like we would get like snakes and like scorpions. So like Lago Vista is like when it was still super rural is when rural I don't know how to pronounce rural, I don't know.
Rural.
Rural. I don't know. When it was still very country, it's like 45 minutes from here, and before it was developed at all, my family lived there, and it was snakes everywhere and stuff. We lived right on the lake, and so you would get like random critters coming inside, So
Oh, is that how you really talk? What you just did?
critters coming inside.
Do you change your voice?
Critter. No, I don't have I try so hard not to have a country accent. I had one growing up though, and I feel like a little more. I also spoke more Spanish growing up, but
Was it like a country accent with speaking Spanish?
no, Spanish sounds Spanish, but then speaking, like, I felt like I had more of a country accent growing up though, just because
Everyone around you.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a small town. It was that like basic small town shit. Like we all went to one. There was 2 churches in the city. You went to one or the other.
Yo.
I was in the 4th of July parade for the whole city, and there weren't a lot of people living there. I think it's more populated now, but it was super super country growing up. It's my deep shame.
Why is that so? You live in Texas. Everything's country here.
Yeah, but I live
What
in
can we
Austin.
Yeah, I don't like that. Everyone in Austin thinks that they're not in Texas. It's like, this is still Texas. Just because it's Austin doesn't make you special.
I know. Yeah. It's like we all still grew up in the country shooting guns, okay?
Yeah, everyone in Austin also acts like they're not country. And it's like, but everything around here is like country stuff to do. Like you can go kayaking.
Is that country though? I feel like
It's kind of, it's a thing you have to do in a country-like area. You can't do it in the city, really.
That's true.
The only thing that makes Austin different than the rest of Texas is it's okay to be gay here.
That's true. They'd shoot.
That's one defining factor of Austin.
Not true necessarily. I went to a private Christian school in North Austin, and you would be kicked out if you were gay.
But it was Christian school.
I know.
It's against God's will. You gotta respect the Christianity.
Jesus says it can go in the ass, but not the ass of a man.
Has to be a child.
If it's going to be the ass of a man, it has to be a little boy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. God's plan.
Drake?
Yeah. It's actually, those are lyrics from Drake's song.
Those are the lyrics.
God's plan can't go into the butt of a man unless it's a child. That's a boy.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
I feel like we've gotten a lot out.
We've said a lot of things. I don't know if any of it
It's all going in.
was important.
I don't know how. I don't like as the people who actually do watch this, which is shocking. People watch this.
It's awesome that you watch this. Don't let her talk down to you.
No,
like
I
that.
love it, but I love it. I love it so. Literally, the only reason I make these is for you. But again, as you know, this is a Just Okay podcast. It's very mediocre at best, and that's why I do it.
Mediocrity.
That's just
really important.
That's all I can give. That's the most I can give. That's where I'm at. But it's for you. And I love you. And I love Sam.
I love you too, Brittany.
Stop. I'm going to cry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm blushing.
You're blushing?
Stop. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for making me lunch. It was awesome.
I hope this wasn't too uncomfortable for you and that you enjoyed your avocado toast.
It was not uncomfortable. I did enjoy it. I hope I didn't say anything inappropriate. I can never remember. I'll just forget.
I guarantee you I've probably said worse on here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, anything you say, believe me, I said worse. So I was about to say give it up for Sam Lopez.
Give it up for me.
Give it up for Sam Lopez. Okay.
I could hear you somewhere, wherever you are.
Okay, do you want to plug your Instagram or...
Follow me at Best Sam Lopez anywhere you follow people. And
Spoiled.
Oh, and listen to the podcast I do with my boyfriend, Spoil the Beans. My Derek, he tells the entirety of films.
Derek is actually Brendan Schaub's former opener.
He is his former opener.
But what's cooler is he is opening for Andrew Schultz on the Infamous tour, and that is
doing
sick.
that. That is pretty dope.
You can't tell him I complimented him.
I won't. I'll keep that from him.
Thank you.
That is the one secret I will keep from him. But yeah, listen to it. It's a dope podcast. He literally acts out an entire movie for myself or a different guest who hasn't seen it. And that's really, it's fun. It's fun for me. It's fun for you.
It's fun for me, too.
It's fun for Brittany as well. Well, I don't know what to do now.
Okay, well, thank y'all so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it. Thank you so much. Good night, Texas.
Good night, Texas.